Alright, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile. We are playing in Flashback League, currently in Act 7. Making pretty good progress, I think. I don't know when I'm gonna switch over to the Detonate Dead cast on crit stuff, because I just checked, Detonate Dead is an Exalted Orb. And I don't have an Exalted Orb. But, I mean, I'm not even in maps yet, so I guess I have some more time. I guess I'm just gonna I'm gonna continue playing this build. Luckily, you know, I have something that you can level with because I can't afford the other stuff right now. So this is one of those cases where I do need to transition over. I wonder how like the alternate quality gems and stuff is gonna work in the new league. There's some rumors that it's called the Beholden League. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, they've started releasing spoilers for it, and yeah, I wonder. I can't even run those gloves on this build. That's either for selling or for a second character. Oh, you're just kind of just crafting for fun then, Dream. So yeah, this character, it's doing okay. Of course. You know what? There's nothing wrong with crafting for fun. That's probably one of the more fun things about PoE, just like spamming currency. Nothing wrong with that. We can go double sanctified for now. Alright, where am I going? Here? Poison, damage over time? Sure. Hunter influence fingerless silk gloves are expensive, high level ones. I would think so, but okay, here's the thing. Is everyone farming maps right now, or are they farming like heists and grand heists and stuff? That's what I'm wondering. If everyone's just farming maps, I would assume that, you know, eventually it'll even out, the pricing that is. We're only like 1 week into Flashback. So prices are probably gonna go down. Both? Because this league, the heists are, or sorry, the maps are gonna be so juiced. It's probably more worth it to do maps, right? Like, do you get all the flashback mobs or the modifiers of flashback in a heist? Because I haven't done a single heist yet. I'm assuming you wouldn't. Heists are good for EXP. Oh, that's true. All right, let's just keep going. Kind of want to get through the story a little bit faster because I think my damage is good. HP is fine. I'm really just hitting stuff for the sake of hitting it, so maybe I'll skip it. Flashback mods are not in heist, though having beyond in a heist would be nutty for EXP. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can get like some insane stuff in a heist if you could get like beyond, or you know, what else would there be? Even like invasion, or not invasion, torment. Torment wouldn't do much, actually. Alright, looks like Act 7, we're gonna finish it pretty quick as well. I should actually consider doing my next Ascendancy, maybe in 3 or 4 levels. So I picked up my first Ascendancy, but I have yet to pick up my Cruel one. Honestly, the thing is, though, I don't even know if I necessarily need it, because Caustic Arrow is just a damage over time build. It's not a poison build. And like a lot of stuff I want to get is crit based, like poison based. So it might not make sense here. One way is to like play Caustic Arrow Trickster and re-roll into Assassin, but I really don't want to do that. You can still get Mistwalker? Oh, that's true. What level's Mistwalker? Mistwalker PoE. Oh, Mistwalker. I'm pretty sure I already picked it up. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I already picked up Mistwalker. So that was my first one. Hey Fanborn, how's it going? Dude, I saw the picture on Discord of the car crash. Yeah, I did it first because I had no idea. I was like, I could get more damage, I guess, but like increased damage with poison, damage over time, multiplier for poison, like opportunistic. Yeah, I think so. Oh, okay, so you went to see a doctor, right? So 2 sprained wrist, contusion of left knee, possibly another sprain, sprained trap on left side causing muscle spasms, some minor back strain, and a re-aggravation of old ankle injuries. That's what the doc told you this morning after work. That's... I'm glad it's not worse, but that still sucks, man. I'm assuming you just have... They're just sprains, which is lucky, so I guess you just kind of walk it off, but... I'm assuming they don't give you anything for it, right? They're just like, you know, you'll be fine. Just take it easy. Is that what they said? Or do you actually have to do anything? Took me out of work till Christmas and got to go get muscle relaxers. Okay, so how does it work now? Like, the guy totaled your car, right? So, like, what responsibility does he take? Or does the insurance company just kind of cover everything? Like... You know, missed work, all of that stuff. Like, who pays for that?
I need more pockets.
Let's go do the Dread Thicket quest. The 2 insurance companies are going to do negotiations. He's going to cover your medical bills, and I'm going to see a personal injury attorney in the morning. Wow, okay. You need attorneys for that? I guess it makes sense. I mean, I've never been into any of those kinds of car crashes, and like, you know, knock on wood, I'll never have to, but it's very scary. You know, when I heard what happened, I'm just glad you're okay. Right now, it's all being paid by the insurance company. Okay.
I need more pockets.
Crazy. Did the guy T-bone you? Is that what happened? It kind of looked like he just drove right into you. Were you turning? Or going straight? This is the first time I've had a car totaled. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. You know? But yeah, I've never obviously experienced it firsthand. I don't think my parents have ever gotten totaled either. I've been in a car accident, but it was just like a slight bump to the, you know, to our bumper. Like someone, you know, rear-ended us. It wasn't that bad. What I saw on Discord, that's scary, man. So this is all new to me. I was going straight, he was going straight the other direction and turned it straight into me. Oh, he turned. Man. In broad daylight too. The only times I hear of those stories and that happening is when like it snows or something. And like, for whatever reason, whenever it snows, everyone just forgets how to drive. I don't know what it is. Or like the first snow, excuse me, the first snow, everyone's just like... either like super fast or super slow, and then like they're driving on 2 lanes, and it's like, it's just, nothing makes sense. It's bizarre world. If it had been a second slower, it would have been head on. Oh, crazy.
I need more pockets.
Like I said, I'm glad you're okay, and it isn't worse than it is, you know. Man. You know, you just gotta stay safe. Gotta stay safe, man. Even if it seems okay, you know, just take it easy. Maybe now you have more. You'll have a little bit more time to I don't know.
Hello.
Play some games. Although you sprained your wrist, right? Yeah, both wrists. Snow down here is like that too. People forget how to drive entirely. I used to make side money towing people out of ditches back in the day. I'm telling you, like, people just forget. I don't know how they forget, but people forget how to drive. It's like there's something about the snow. Yeah.
Greetings.
Okay, resistances are okay. I shouldn't be worrying this much about resistances. Like, I'm still in the endless delve mode, where I think like I need all the resistance I can get my hands on, but that's not necessarily true. I have quite a bit.
Goodbye.
It's not as difficult, definitely. Okay, so I collected all the fireflies, 7 fireflies. Do without you.
Greetings. Keep your life to your own.
Okay, so now we gotta fight. Hard to type with wrist braces. Oh, they give you braces? How much do those cost? I'm assuming you had to pay for it yourself or something. They gave you like the thick ones, right? Just keep your wrist straight. Got tons of x-rays on my wrist and left knee, nothing broken, thankfully. Sheep got a customer for life because I literally walked away from it. Dude, the picture was just insane. What you posted. Turtle was hilarious too when he saw it. He's like, yeah, that'll just... You can just buff it out. Oh my god, he's hurting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, a plunger will pop that dent right out, Turtle.
I release you from motherhood's rage. Remember, humanity needs us.
For each hit you've taken recently or when I'm standing still. Okay, I don't want to stand still, so let's go with this. Hate to take the conversation away from this, but I'm curious why you're taking notes that affect spells while playing with 2 attacks. That is a great question. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna cost. I didn't have to pay a dime today, but the bill will come soon. I got a good knee brace and a couple of wrist runs. Because I eventually want to transition to Detonate Dead, right? And I'm too cheap to use Orbs of Regret. So I'm just gonna put it into the... like this one. Yeah, like basically I'm trying to get more into poison. And maybe I'll just like skip Caustic Arrow altogether and just switch to toxic. I don't know. I want to use the Detonate Dead stuff, so at worst, if it's not working, I'll just switch to BV poison or something. You know? Until I can get the Detonate Dead cast on crit stuff going. Yes, but regrets are so common, you get more than enough during the campaign. It's true. It is true, but... I don't have a good answer. Honestly, if you're looking for an actual answer, I don't have a good one. I'm trying to clear real estate in my head. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, I don't want to think about it later, so I'm just gonna do it now. And the fact is, the damage is fine right now, so as long as it's not hindering my progression, I don't think I mind too much. I guess that's the idea behind it. There's no true ideas, actually. Like I said, like 90% of the time I don't know what I'm doing. So if you're looking for sound reasoning, you're not gonna find it. If you're implying maybe I should stop doing that, you're probably right. I guess I'll allocate these points since I'm already committed. And then look for something else to allocate. Probably like projectile damage or something. Or just start looking for cluster gems. Early cluster gems. I mean, it's flashback. There's gonna be a lot of delirium, a lot of cluster jewels. Maybe I just do that instead. Alright. Oh, I got that already. Okay. Yeah, what do I want? Could get more HP here. I could get... You made a point earlier about changing ascendancies? Yeah, like if I really... You aren't allowed to do that in Flashback? Oh, during races. Oh, yeah. That I totally forgot. You know what? Let's just start working towards some cluster jewels, save up some points. We'll pick up a random cluster jewel somewhere. And that way I don't need to think about this at all. We just swap cluster jewels back and forth. That's probably the easiest way. We just get like some chaos damage cluster jewel. It'll just work no matter what. No, Cassie, I don't want to. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see your face right now. That series foible for 1400. It's expensive. How much is a foible right now? It's probably like 1 chaos. Like 3 chaos at most, I bet. Hold on. Path of Exile / trade. Foible. Series foible. How much is it? It's 5 chaos. 1400 coins for 5 chaos, and you have to go out and sell it. It's a hard pass. That's a hard pass for me. If you could, it would affect the demis. That's true. See, that's not even something I was thinking about. I'm like, I'm not getting demi. Forget level 100. I don't even think I'm gonna hit level 90 here. With the rate that I'm playing at. We're averaging like 1.5 hours to 2 hours a day right now in PoE. That's how much I'm playing. Maybe a little bit more actually. Maybe almost 3. I'm not sure. Christmas time is weird because typically it's like it's when you go and play all of your games, right? But Christmas time is when I just play like all of the games that I've been wanting to play, that's been sitting in queue, that I haven't had a chance to. So I've just been playing like everything. Plus there's Cyberpunk. So it's like... not enough hours are being put in PoE. Definitely. You have 2 more weeks, you get so much EXP and maps. I hit 80 before I finished my first Conquer rotation, so you can definitely hit 90 if you just push higher tier maps. I mean, I would like to think so, but I don't have the utmost confidence that we'll hit 90. Just based off of my playstyle and how much I play. The fact is, I don't go very fast in maps. Like, I have the choice to, and for whatever reason, I'm like, nah. So I end up having like not very fast EXP or EXP gain. And I'm like distracted like 90% of the time, you know? Because at this point, Path of Exile has become less of like a grinding game, looting game, you know, progression. It's become a social game for me. It's like a means for me to like hang out with people and talk. So like I basically stopped thinking about the games. I'm just like doing whatever maps. I'm not like even bothering to roll it. It's still fun though, you know? It's just I found like different ways to play it at this point. Played it for so many years. At this point it's like it's still fun. You know? Like I know some people they get like really burned out by this game, and I've found a way to like not get burned out, and the way is just like don't play too much. I mean, I've had like slight burnout before, but I know some people they like play it like crazy, and then I don't purposely do it so I don't get burned out from the game, but with the pace that I go at, you know, the burnout isn't as hard. Like if I do get burned out, I like take a break for maybe a month, I come back and it's like I'm all good. I mean, I've taken longer breaks, definitely. Especially when like real life situations forces me to take breaks, but and then I'm like I really want to play. I spent a lot of time in small streams talking with streamers, and it definitely lowered my efficiency, but it made it a lot more fun. Yeah, like, you know, what's kind of interesting is, like, if you want to min-max, I think, unless you got, like, a full party rotation and you guys planned it out, like, really the best way to play in terms of just, like, value is single player. Like, playing it on your own, right? Like, you play on your own, you get to like progress your own atlas, whereas the other dude wouldn't be able to progress their atlas at all. You know, if you do incursions, you have to do it separate. Like there's all kinds of stuff that's just basically, I don't know why GGG did it that way, but it's suited to single player, right? Like certain content is basically gated behind single player mechanics. So like really Path of Exile, even though it's you can do party play and all of that stuff, you know, you trade with other people, it's mostly a single player game. But at the same time, the way like the loot mechanism works, the way trade works, it's like it works better with lots of people. Like a lot of time you're gonna find gear that's like suited for somebody else and not suited for you. So what do? You go out and sell it. But what's more fun than that is like, you know that you have a friend in your guild or in your party or whatever who needs that exact, you know, piece of gear or those stats, and you're like, hey, I got something for you. You give it to, and then, you know, you both feel good about it. He's like, dude, this is what I've been looking for, and you're like, yeah, that's right, you know. And then like he pays it forward. Maybe he gets you something, or he gets somebody else something, and then they get you something, and like that makes it a lot more fun. It makes it more social. Now all my friends aren't, first of all, lately they haven't been playing much PoE, so I don't get that anymore. But when I was doing that with my friends, we would be playing and we'd be like talking to each other as well, right? And even though you're playing a single player game, you know, you're socializing too. And that's when I realized like PoE, it's like a really good social game. Party play is still OP AF if you know what you're doing. Oh, I don't deny that. It's just that, like, it's, you don't get to progress the story part. Like, you probably, like, you get to farm a lot of currency. But, I don't know. Yeah, you probably get, if you know what you're doing, you can probably farm a lot of currency. But you gotta, like, plan around it, you know? Like, you guys need to plan. And what ends up happening with my friends is, like, not everybody is necessarily that knowledgeable or good at the game, right? And everybody wants to play their own build or whatever. And then, yeah, so what ends up happening is like one guy just falls behind, right? Like that's the trend. If one guy doesn't know what he's doing, he just falls behind and someone else is just like way ahead. So like you got one guy that's like dedicated just like picking up your items, like that's a slave. I do that all the time, be chatting with friends while we both map and we just have chill conversations. Sometimes I'll be getting interrupted by scream when someone drops a value unique, and it's usually just nice and chill. Yeah, that's what it's like with me and my friends as well. And it's like it's like this weird dynamic if you think about it, right? Like there are many elements that make it like a really good party / social game. You know, just being able to share resources with each other, and you know, like you gotta trade a lot in order to get anywhere. Like you know, maybe not to get anywhere, but it's like, you know, you benefit from trading a lot in this game. And even if it's not like trading for currency, it's like something of value drops and someone else in your guild or party needs it. You know what I mean? So like there are elements in the game that's like really suited for social gaming, but like Alva incursions, for example. Like how come when you guys do the temple, only one person progresses their temple? Stuff like that. It's like, you know, the way certain things are designed, it's like, wait, but this is like kind of marketed towards single players. And it's, I don't know. I always thought it was kind of interesting because it's like there's this weird dynamic here. Usually group play is a magic find character and supports, and you share everything. It's hard to fall behind. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like unless you really plan around it, right? Like if you plan around it, you get like really cool group play. I agree. You get magic find, you get support characters, you get like a cursor, right? But like that means you can only play together. Otherwise that character is useless. Which is, I guess it's fine, but you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Like you really have to play around it. But you know, like a lot of other games, even though maybe you're more focused on PoE, and I'm just thinking like MMORPGs, which obviously is a completely different genre. But like, you know, like you play in a party, and even though like, oh, maybe you're better off soloing, you can still do party play just fine. You guys will complete quests together and all of that stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's late game mapping, like the quests don't line up for parties. And like League content, same with League content. Like Harvest, you couldn't. How did Harvest work? I can't even remember anymore. But it's like, it just, Harvest was a little bit better, but still, like a lot of times it's just better for solos. I don't know. Alice progression should sync up, like story progression. Yeah, that's how I feel. I love watching the streams that you do, whether solo with your friends group, and a game like PoE is a good party game, as in you have fun playing in a group and teasing each other. As long as you aren't worried about speed, it's super fun. And then when someone needs a hand to get up to the end, like into maps, you can do that too. It's also fun to play alone or doing what you like, going live and talking to us. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of ways to play it, but mainly prevents party play from abusing those mechanics. Yeah, I know. Imagine if everyone in a party got the same temple, that would be double corrupts and stuff, would lose value so fast, it would destroy those parts of trade. Kind of a balancing act. I think Atlas progression should sync up. I do agree with that. League stuff is weird. If you're in the same instant, you should all get the same advancement. I agree that it's a balancing act, but like, and I'm not part of a balancing team. I wouldn't know how I would balance it, but I just always thought it was really weird. It's like, I want to play with my friends, but at the same time, unless we like dedicate to like doing like party play, I end up playing on my own because it just like makes no sense, right?
Off you go, little beast. Away!
Man, originally this was supposed to be like a newbie intro stream or like playthrough, but now I'm just like, we're blasting through the story. I don't even know if this build is right. But the thing is, caustic arrow, toxic rain is so insane. I don't even need to like explain it much. You just put on some +1 to gems, and then you know you just hit stuff. This is a crazy build. You know, there are some builds out there that's like, oh man, I really need like specific pieces of gear to get this to work, even while leveling. This is like, oh my god, he got ghosted. Okay, it's fine. Woo! Defense is always scary though. I don't have that much HP. In my flasks, I only have 1 charge left, so you know, double Quicksilver isn't the greatest idea. I was just trying to get through the story a little faster. There's a reason Toxic Rain, Caustic Arrow is a viable racing build. Yeah, this is my first time playing it in a very long time, and it's just it's pretty bonkers. Ow, who the hell is hitting me? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We got this act done. Killed the boss. Let's go next.
Is the true climax of perverted lust. Goodbye.
Oh god, I went to a juice port with the wrong filter and I had a delirium mirror, so I didn't have time to stop and change it until it was all over. Oh, you were like using a less strict filter, I'm assuming? And just like items everywhere? Yeah, this is definitely like a really smooth leveling build. You know, you don't need to worry about that much gear. You just kind of play it through. Play it out. It's nice.
Farewell.
Okay. Let's see. Let's take strength and dex. It sucks.
Hello.
Okay, that's fair. I was on a leveling filter from yesterday. Ah, that's why. Ooh, it's a decent belt. Oh my god, my boots are still blue. Dude, my boots! How long has it been like this? It's item level 15. What? I didn't even realize. Or I must have noticed at some point. Okay, at least 10% movement speed. This is actually less movement speed, which is hilarious. Whatever.
Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Oh man, so thirsty today. I must have put a lot of salt. I made a air fryer potato fries today. It was quite tasty actually. You know, we haven't been going out as much, and it's like I kind of miss fast food, you know. But at the same time, we're trying to watch our calorie intake, and I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight because COVID kind of fucked me. So I'm like, you know, trying to eat a little healthier, but fries, man, fries are just, it's my weakness. So I decided to make some in the air fryer. I must have put too much salt. I'm so thirsty today. Oh, it's crazy. Alva. Okay, yeah. These quests are whatever. Okay, so we are now in Act 8. I mean, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're probably 3 hours away from finishing, if I had to guess, depending on how fast I want to rush it. Give or take. I don't know, actually. What level is this zone? 55 and 58? Definitely, I'm not that under-leveled. In fact, I'm not under-leveled at all. I'm over-leveled. But my gear is kind of poo-poo, you know? You need to sort that out. A 5-link would be great. I don't have that much currency right now either, which is a little concerning. So I can't actually go out and buy something for leveling purposes. I guess I just rushed through it. The one thing that sort of everyone needs to realize, including myself, is like, if I need currency, I just kind of need to farm faster. And that way, you know, we'll be able to... There's just like a higher chance of getting more stuff. That's all it comes down to, but it's like, it's something that I don't realize all the time. And it's also something that I'm like, not crazy about implementing, because when I go too fast, I just don't know what's happening anymore. Would you like a tabby? No. I need to be a self-made man. Here's the thing. When I play like I'm in solo self-found. But the reason I'm not in solo self-found is for two reasons. One, there's a chance that my friends decide to play, and I'm like, I can't party with you if I'm in solo self-found. Two, when I find like good stuff that I can't use, I am inclined to sell it. Otherwise, I just don't know what to do with it. Especially if I have no friends playing. So, but I hate spending money. I hate going out to buy shit. Like, I'm not, in a way, I'm not meant for this game, because I think a lot of people, like, whenever they can, they like try to upgrade through trade, right? I hate doing that. Eventually I have to, if I just want to progress a little bit faster, but I hate trading. So a lot of times I just want to like find shit for myself. I find it's a lot more satisfying that way. I don't know, it's just the way I play, I guess. And at the same time, even though I like finding things for myself, I'm not insistent that GGG like increases the drop rate. You know how some people online are like, oh, like this game is entirely reliant on trade. Why don't they just increase the drop rate so that, you know, there's an easier way for us to find anything? Like I'm not about that. Because then if you know the drop rate is low, you don't get that satisfying feeling of like, wow, I found this like crazy good item, or I found this thing that I really needed. I'm gonna come back, gonna eat. All right, see you in a bit, Dream. People actually complain about that? Oh yeah, totally. I had crazy builds in SSF from just playing a bunch. I think a lot of people don't play. Long story short, I think a lot of people don't play that much. But at the same time, they see people online just like making it to like Cyrus and like having insane DPS and insane amounts of money. And they're like, how come I can't be like that? The answer is you just gotta play more or play faster. It's one or the other. Optimally, you want to do both. But if you don't, it's like, well, it's just gonna take you longer. And like for me, I'm fine with that. You know, for me, I'm fine with it taking longer. And if I don't get there, I don't get there. Some people are like, I'm fine with playing longer, but what the fuck? I can't even get to Cyrus, right? For me, I'm like, I'll play longer if I have to. If I don't get to a point that I want to get to, I'm fine with that too because I had fun. I'm not about the destination, I'm about the journey. And then like if I have to go faster, I'll go faster, but like still I'm not gonna force myself to go faster just so that I can, you know, make more cash or whatever. People play for an hour a day and then complain they don't have a headhunter. Yeah, like you kind of need to be realistic here, you know? It's like, of course you're not gonna get it. And I think a lot of the stuff in the game is designed for people who like play more. Because otherwise, how do you cater to those people? At one point, those were like 6 links. 6 links were the headhunters. Like the game never expects you to get a 6 link. Which I always thought was like, I mean, it's kind of reasonable. It's like if you don't play that much and you don't, clear speed was a lot slower back then, and like way back in the past, it was hard to get that much currency. So it's like, and there were no crafting recipes. Like the crafting bench didn't exist for 6 links. You just had to like manually force it and try to get like 2,000 fusings or whatever. And then people also didn't know the quality affected the chance of sockets and links. It was like the Wild West back then, man. Okay, I got a cluster jewel. I don't know what to do with it. I'm probably gonna have to go out and buy something. Either that or maybe this delirium I'm in right now is gonna drop something. I should keep an eye out for cluster jewels, I suppose.
I need more pockets.
Talismans. Why do I even bother looking at them? I'll look, but I'm not expecting anything here. Yeah. No thanks. Abyss could be interesting. Maybe I can put like a random Abyss drill for now. Definitely am getting EXP very quickly right now. Which is pretty good. Oh, there's more. That was done.
I need more pockets.
Let's see. Life, chance to avoid bleeding and evasion. Physical damage to attacks, cold damage to attacks. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for damage over time. Now that I think about it, that doesn't really exist in Abyss Jewels. I should be looking for like Viridian Jewels or something. Okay. That's fine. Man, I got a bunch of heist contracts saved up. I haven't done a single heist. I'm just trying to get into maps this time around. Last time, I don't know if it was necessarily a mistake, but I spent like all of my time doing heists. And I didn't even make it into maps. Because I was just like, I'm like, oh, these heists, they're so fun.
Just need a moment.
And like at the end of the day, it's about like what's fun for you. You know, making it into maps isn't necessarily a priority to me, but you know, I did want to start like getting endgame gear and farming for it, and I was just like sitting in level 50 heists and just like running through them over and over. I don't think it was the best idea necessarily. All right. Ow. Alright, as long as we don't let them stack vulnerability on me, I'll be fine. I don't need to hit the valve. So just dodge these things. Okay, he got 2 stacks of it on me. That's a little scary. 3 stacks now. Still 3 stacks. 4 stacks. Okay. Yeah, let's hit the valve, just in case. I think that's enough. She's about to die. I was thinking about not hitting the valve at all. Because the other stuff's pretty annoying too, like Enfeeble. Ooh, maps are starting to drop. We're getting close. We're getting close. Getting close to maps. That's exciting.
Talakota.
Don't do anything I would. Tell me something.
Endless misery. Discharge. Oh, discharge. You know, I didn't hear much about discharge after the beginning of the league. I know people were playing a lot of Ignite Discharge. Did that end up like being a build? Some people were saying it's actually okay, but I have no idea. Maps, affinities, map. There are map affinities. Jewel. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played the new Discharge yet. I heard it's actually pretty good. Again, a lot of builds that I did not get a chance to play this league. Or previous leagues. There's a lot of builds I just don't get a chance to touch. I actually think this league, specifically, because of all the different races and stuff, like, this is one of the few leagues where I've managed to play like a bunch of different builds. Not to the late game, but I've just got to try them out. And I'm like happy for that. Even though I didn't get to like get it all the way into maps and stuff. The only one I guess that I got into maps was like the Divine Ire character. And I guess the Gladiators. They're in maps. But other than that, you know, I didn't get, you know, the Delve characters. Do those count? They weren't in maps. They were a pretty high level 69. That's not map level though. Again, the leveling right now is just like a very... It's like a chill experience right now for me, you know? Just taking it easy. I don't really think there are like any real goals I have. I just want more levels. I want to get further in progression. Item-wise, like I'm not that worried. You know, our resistances look fine. 75, 75, 62. Maybe I should fix my lightning resistance. But otherwise, like, damage looks fine. It's a little low. Maybe a little. But, it's okay. Here's a Delirium. I'm actually kind of interested in running Deliriums now. Before, I was kind of skipping them because it was slowing down my progression. Now I kind of want to do it just so that I could, maybe get some cluster jewels. That might be my new focus. Because I don't really know where to put my passive points. And if I don't know, I think what you do is you just get a cluster jewel and you get like a whole bunch of damage. And for those of you who don't know what cluster jewels are, they're basically these items that you can socket into your passive skill tree. And they provide you with different options of... alternative options of like adding passives to your tree. Oh, my throat is so... So yeah, maybe we can get some decent cluster jewels. That would be nice. Specifically, damage over time. Chaos damage. Projectile damage, I think that works too. Any of those would be pretty good, I think. That looked like a big like a big wind up. I wasn't sure how much damage it was gonna do. I thought, you know what? I was gonna tank it. Out of laziness, I guess. I'm like, no, maybe we should just try and dodge it. Okay, I have a passive point. I'm just waiting for a jewel. Actually, no jewels dropped at all. Holy crap. Do I have to go out and buy one? I don't have any currency right now. Okay, let's put that passive point somewhere else for now then. We could put it here and get more elusive effect. That's fine. Unfortunately, okay, so I checked the price of the anomalous detonate dead, and it's currently 1 exalted orb. I can't afford it. I'm not even close. I need an exalt to drop, guys. I need to get really lucky here, so I can play the build I actually want to play. I guess it's kind of like builds revolving around anomalous gems. Maybe they're more suited for like second time playthroughs. Or for people who farm really fast and get a lot of currency. Like, I bet Dream would be able to afford it or something, but... I'm not in a good spot in terms of... I mean, who would be? In terms of currency right now, you're in Act 8, just progressing through the story. Nobody has much stuff. But Act 8 is typically like... You know... 4 or 5 hours for fast people into the game. Whereas we're like almost a week in. Half a week. So hopefully But here's a silver lining. Hopefully by the time I do make it into maps and I'm like, wow, I really would like to switch to that build, I'll be able to, the price of the gem would be cheaper because like a lot of people would have found it, maybe. Who knows? We'll see. But chaos damage detonate dead would be nice. Are there other ways? You can go consuming dark to do it. It's like the budget way. Is that even budget? How much are consuming darks? I can't imagine consuming darks would be worth that much. Oh, I don't know though. Either way, we don't have much money. Na 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 na. Whoa. Na 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 na.
Just need a moment
Holy
to
crap.
catch my breath.
This is another one of those annoying bosses that I don't really like fighting. He just like he slows you down. There's like a bunch of cold orbs everywhere. When are we gonna get a skill like that, by the way? Where you just like leave cold orbs behind you and it like homes onto other people and deals damage over time. That seems pretty cool. Although I could see it being extremely OP. You know, spell cascade and you summon like 100 of them. GGG would definitely put a limit to it. If you just like fill the screen with those orbs. I mean, those are just frost orb, but what are these things? Or not frost orb, frost bolt. Gigantic frost bolts. That also explode or something? There we go.
I need more pockets.
In death,
Kind of tired today. Haven't been sleeping much. Playing too many games. Too many games that aren't PoE, which is weird. Like I've been playing quite a bit of Valorant. Been playing Cyberpunk.
Don't do anything I... You found them. No easy feat.
On weekends we've been playing other stuff. We played some Long Dark,
So good up
which was kind of nice. It was kind of fun. So yeah, lots of games right now. And there's a Steam sale. I'm like kind of worried that I'm gonna pick up something as well. You know, just like a purchase or like a impulse buy of some sort.
Stay out of the shadows.
They bite. I used to be like the biggest impulse buyer when it came to Steam sales. Like I would look at the game and I'd be like, yeah, this looks interesting, and I get it. Now I think I'm a little bit better. You know, and the only reason why it's better is like, yeah, I already have this game. That's a bit of a flex, but you know what I mean. What was I aiming for here? Elusive.
See you.
Oh, the Clarissa quest is annoying too. Okay. Let's go deal with that right now. But yeah, but there are some games that I do want for Christmas, like Hades might be fun. Kind of want to play some more Fall Guys because of Season 3. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I heard it's actually pretty cool. This is like the time to just like play some more games, you know? Too many games, not enough time. Disco Elysium? I want to play some Disco Elysium. It looks really cool. Really the one I'm looking forward to the most is Hades though. There's still Slasher's Keep. I want to play more Slasher's Keep. That game's actually super fun. And then, you know, like Christmas is coming around. Here's okay. Christmas is weird this year, right? I know some of you are going to visit families, but here, like, everything's on complete and total lockdown. You know, they're recommending you don't go see anybody, you know, don't go anywhere. Only go outside in case of emergencies. Don't go see your friends. It's like a little sad. But in compensation, I get to play a lot more games because I have so much more time now. Is it fair compensation? I'm actually not sure. I normally enjoy like going out and seeing other people and stuff. Actually, no, I don't. Now I think about it, no, I don't. I actually enjoy being at home playing games, but this is like way too much time. This is like too little social interaction. But should I say this? I'll say it. Who needs RL friends when you can just like hang out with people online? You know? Twitch is just one big community. Although I am, you know, hanging out with friends online still. Internet friends are real friends too? Exactly. Well, RL friends are like real life friends, you know, like people you see in person. And technically you could see people in person too if you have like some kind of, you know, Twitch meetup. And you know, I've never been to one of those TwitchCon, like any sort of like gaming convention. I've never been. I think it would actually be really cool. They're always hosted so far away from me, you know, just because I'm all the way up here in Canada. And what's the closest one? It's like PAX, maybe PAX East. They're all so far. I would love to go to like a West, somewhere in like Western America, like TwitchCon would be cool, or even like PAX West. Like there's all kinds of cool stuff like out in like California, Texas, like, you know. I always wanted to go to one of those. I haven't seen a real life person that I'm friends with since March. I only see coworkers, and I don't like any of them. Dude, that's the worst case scenario. Oh god, Fangmark. I mean, I've seen some friends, but you know, we make it's like a once in a month thing, you know. And sometimes like they'll drop by, and then we talk to each other outside. Like they won't even come into the house. We're being very careful, I admit, but. Oh god. I did not have my coffee today. I don't know if you can tell, but I did not have my coffee today. And it's actually affecting me. You know, normally I have an afternoon coffee and I'm all good for the rest of the day, but today I was like, you know, I should skip the coffee. You know, take it easy. Shouldn't have coffee every day. Okay, this drool, I'm hoping it's good. No, it's not good. I video chat with friends fairly often, but I haven't socially interacted with people I really care about for many months. I'm a caffeine addict. I can't function without it. No, me too. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I can function without it. It's just that I'm like this. For the rest of the day, I'm just like yawning. And, you know, I don't get headaches or anything. I just get tired. I don't actually think the caffeine actually... I mean, it definitely does something to me. But I feel like there's more of a placebo effect. Where I'm like, I got my coffee, I'm good to go. I'm good to go for the rest of the day. All day. You know? But if I think about it, like, do I actually feel differently? Only mentally. But yeah, like, I got slow brain syndrome right now. I just feel slow. I get headaches, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, that would suck. I'm glad I'm not... I purposely, you know, try to not drink coffee every single day because I don't want to get a headache if I'm not having coffee. I don't want to be forced, you know... I don't want to be controlled by the caffeine. Well, I guess that's not what it is. It's like... I like to live a life of moderation if possible. It's not always possible, but coffee is one of those things that I can... You know, I do crave it, but on certain days I'm like, I can go without it, probably. It's a nice balance. Just like this game, just like PoE, you know? We play, we go hard, and then we kind of slow it down for a bit. And then we slow it down even more. Maybe we stop playing for like a few weeks. And we come back and we're all refreshed. Coffee's the same thing. If you think about it, at the end of the day, it's all a drug. I drink several cups a day normally, plus a bang or two when I work, but like today I was up for like I think 19 hours before I could get any sleep, and then got 3 hours of sleep because of the dock insurance and stuff. I run entirely on caffeine, and inappropriate thoughts is my is my life motto. Yeah, no, I know lots of people like that. You know, I like this. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just caffeine. I fucking love caffeine. But like, there are certain times where I'm like, this. There were times where coffee stops doing anything for me, and that's when I get concerned. You know, because like, say I haven't had coffee for a long time, and I have coffee, and I have it like late at night or like late in the afternoon, I won't be able to fucking go to sleep. But if I've had coffee for a very long time, I can like drink coffee and just take a nap right after, and I wouldn't feel a thing, you know? Or like I drink coffee and 2 hours later I feel tired, I feel sleepy, and I'm like, oh no, this shit isn't doing anything anymore. And I don't want that. So I try to keep, you know, I try to keep a balance. But yeah, I'm the same way. I drink like four or five cups of coffee a day. Mostly because I like freaking love the taste. I actually don't think it has anything to do with caffeine. Maybe it does? I don't know. Bang energy drink, sugar-free, not bad stuff. I've never had energy drinks. Like, energy drinks, I never understood it. So, and like in a way, I'm like, it doesn't sound very good for you. And sometimes that kind of stuff scares me. Like whenever I get into this like thought where it's like, oh, that doesn't sound very good for you, I immediately go, nah, I'm just gonna pass on it. I don't know if energy drinks are necessarily bad for you though. In fact, I would say it probably isn't. It's probably just caffeine and other shit. I don't know. Like G Fuel, like what's in there? Like it doesn't seem that bad. Whatever it is. But yeah, like energy drinks, I don't know. Never had Monster, Red Bull. I've never had any of them. Oh, Red Bull I've had. Of course I've had it. Jaeger bombs. I've had those. Oh, I will trade some coins for Alks. I felt the same way, but when I actually put myself on a no coffee after X time kind of thing, I slept so much better. Yeah. Dude, I would drink coffee in like sporadic. I get cravings. You know, I don't get headaches, I just get cravings. Like I would love, just like how it's like I would really love some cake right now, or I would really love a cookie, or damn, a bag of chips sounds really good. I'm like, man, I kind of like really want a cup of coffee. Like earlier tonight, you know, I was having some of the fries. I was eating fries, and I'm like, man, like this would go great with a cup of coffee. And I'd like really consider just making a cup of coffee right then and there. But it was like, you know, it was like 8 p.m. But I was really considering it. Like I don't drink coffee just in the mornings. It's just like sporadic times. You know, like I'm having a dessert. Like I went out, I bought some cheesecake or something. I'm like, yeah, coffee sounds pretty good right about now. And I'll make it, and then I can't sleep. I could really go for a cup of coffee, but I can't do it because if I do, I'll have a hard time sleeping. Same here, man. Same here. I feel you. I could really go for a cup.
Hello.
But when I'm like, when I want coffee this late at night, I just assume I'm thirsty, which is why I'm like continuously drinking water. More chaos damage, attack, physical damage, chaos. Chaos damage is over here. There's poison. I'm not poisoning. Projectile? I could grab more HP over here. I could come across like, you know what? Let's go across like this. Let's see, 1, 2. Let's do that. I love the taste. I take mine with cream. Used to be cream and sugar, but I'm trying to cut processed sugar out of my diet. Yeah, me too. I'm trying to just not have too much sugar. It's hard. It's hard. Everything has sugar. I stopped drinking sodas years ago. Sodas are like, you know, every chance I get if I'm going out or something, I'll grab a soda, which is so bad for you. I try to like not do it anymore, but I don't know, I have a hard time with it. Oh shoot, I wanted to Elks. Yeah, it is fucking addictive, white powder. Sugar is just, it's hard, like I said. I've been trying to cut it out as well. It actually makes a big difference, you know, diet-wise. Like this month, I really tried hard to cut out all the sugar. So sodas, just snacks and whatever. And I'm not on like a crazy hard diet. I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthier. Maybe, you know, maybe like less carbs. I've been trying to eat a little bit more protein. I'm trying to exercise a bit more. And like, I lost like 10 pounds this month. which is kind of insane because I don't think I was doing anything super special. Like I wasn't starving myself. I was kind of watching, basically I was just watching what I ate.
This looks like a lovely spot to lay down and die.
I lost 55 pounds with slight tweaks to my diet and weightlifting. Yeah, like it's actually surprising how much of a difference it makes just with like slight changes to your diet, especially if you had like a bad diet before. You know, I had a pretty bad diet, especially during COVID, because it's like you're kind of just sitting at home a lot, and sometimes you get lazy, you get takeout, or we have a lot of snacks at home. I've been trying to not buy as many chips and crap, chips and cookies and shit. Like desserts are my weakness. But yeah, hopefully, you know, I can keep that up. I'm just trying to get back to like pre-COVID weights, you know? Because it did a number on my diet, definitely. And like, I don't know what it is. We started eating a lot more carbs. And I'm like, maybe let's go back to like eating like better proteins. Because it's like sometimes you get lazy. It's like, making, you know, like making a roast or baking some chicken sounds like a pain in the butt. Let's just have like some bread with like, I don't know, olive oil, or I don't know. But I think that like even stuff like that was affecting my diet. Now it's like maybe we add some potatoes, you know, take out some of the white bread, take out some of the processed flour. Sweet potatoes, I love sweet potatoes actually, which is actually really good in this case because apparently, you know, a lot of diets use sweet potatoes to substitute for carbs. I freaking love sweet potatoes. I've been eating more beans. And just like small changes. Like I'm not hungry or anything. I just change what I'm eating a little. Soda removal was the hardest. But making more veggies and less snacks is a habit. It's such a you know what was a big thing for me actually? And it's like hard for a lot of people, I think. I cut out a lot of alcohol. I cut out quite a bit of alcohol as well. Because it's like that's one of those things where, you know, it's probably not that good for you. But I know some people have a very hard time with that. I've always enjoyed weightlifting, but got out of it for years. Going back to it was far harder than I thought it would be, but it was so worth the suck. Sweet potatoes are amazingly good replacements for a lot of carbs. Yeah, it was great. I don't know if I'm necessarily super into weightlifting, but here's what I am into. I am into like high intensity exercises, or just like high intensity workouts in general. I for whatever reason, I enjoy like working out so hard that I can't think. I'm just like, I need it to be over because I'm dying. It's like a way for me to like de-stress, to stop thinking about anything. The only thing I'm thinking about is like, I need to make it through this workout. It's actually like really therapeutic in a way. You just like, you forget about everything. That's what I enjoy actually. But again, like some people, you know, it's not their cup of tea. With workouts, it's like especially, you know, you kind of have to find a thing that like you like to do, because if you don't enjoy it, there's no way you're gonna like keep it up, right? So for me, it's like, you know, basically higher intensity workouts work for me. Whereas weightlifting, it's like a little bit more of like a slow burn, right? I stopped drinking at an age before most people start drinking. I didn't drink for years. Started drinking again in my late 20s, but I might drink like 4 times a year. You know, I'm okay with having the occasional beer. But, you know, we used to party a lot. You know, everyone knows how it is, I would assume. But like, even now, it's like, I would have friends who come over for dinner. And then it's like, you know, they would bring like, I don't know, 12 pack or whatever. And then like it's like a fun time, right? Like it's not, we're not binge drinking, but it's like you come over for a barbecue, you have like 4 to 5 beers, right? You have 4 or 5 beers. Now it's like, you know, maybe you have some water, maybe you have some juice, have some tea, have a beer. But even just like cutting out, you know, like 80% of the alcohol that I drink made a big difference. And it's like, it's so, for me at least, it was like, it's so easy. Like I don't need to cut out what I eat specifically, I just need to cut out the alcohol portion. But I have friends, you know, I have a lot of friends, they have like entire, it's like, how was your day yesterday? It's like, oh, you know, like drank half a bottle of wine, watched X TV show. Yeah, it was great. It was a great night. I'm like, I mean, it sounds great. But what? Have a bottle of wine? Like, it's probably not that bad for calories, actually. Wine, probably not that bad. Beer is probably worse. But again, you know, being able to cut it out, it's like, well, I can watch a TV show and I can drink coffee or tea or whatever, and it's just as good. Actually made a big difference, weight-wise. And you know, part of it is like we don't have as many people visiting anymore, right? Like we're not seeing anyone, so unless you just kind of want to drink on your own. In the summer, it's like you kind of want to have a nice, you know, like a can of beer or a bottle of beer in the summer while it's hot out. It's like, it's nice, but yeah. Now it's like I don't want to drink at all. I like competing with myself. I usually work out for 2 hours 3 times a week or more. Social drinking, I usually am the DD for my friend group, but I've got that sheepdog mentality. Watch out for all the friends, make sure everyone is safe. So drinking a few times a year isn't a big sacrifice to me. You know, I hear some like crazy stories about drinking from my friends that I'm like, whoa, like I've never gotten that drunk. I don't think my friends have either, but they know some people who've like the stories they tell me, I'm like, that can't be real. Like one story I've heard was like, and I guess it sounds realistic. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's like apparently she got super drunk in the dead of winter and then passed out outside, and all her friends like didn't know where she was because I guess there wasn't a DD that day, and they all got drunk and passed out somewhere or basically left her alone there outside in the dead of winter the whole time. And then she woke up and apparently her legs were like all frostbitten. She had to get it amputated. That's fucked up, man. I took my ex-wife's friend to the hospital because the dumb fucks gave himself alcohol poisoning. Yeah, like that's terrible. Dude, I heard that story and I'm like, what the fuck?
Need some help?
It's like, it's fine to have fun, or you know, just like they always tell you binge drinking is bad, but people are gonna do it anyways. But at the very least, have like one person there that can kind of watch out for you guys. Oh my god, I heard that story and I felt sick to my stomach. Yeah, do it safely. Exactly. Yeah, it was real messed up when I heard that story. I'm like, oh my god. Those aren't friends, those are enablers? You know what? That's exactly what my wife said. It's like, those aren't friends. How can your friends do that to you? That's true. Smart woman. I just found it funny that you said that. She said the exact same thing. How'd you get so lucky? I don't know. I sometimes wondered that myself, honestly. I got lucky.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
Streamer RNG working in real life? If only. If only it worked like that. Get your lottery tickets out now.
Just in time. Just in time.
The hell? Oh, blueprints. So Fanborn, at this point, are you just are you gonna be off work until Christmas, or? I got mine with the accident. I'm hoping for a cosmic balancing. You deserve it, dude. Like, what the hell? There needs to be some balancing, because that was bullshit. Oh man, we're so close to finishing what, Act 8, and then we just have Act 9, Act 10, 2 more acts, and then I'll be done. I'll be into maps. It's gonna be great. I think by like, what's today? Tuesday? By Thursday, I'll probably be in maps. Thursday or Friday, it depends actually. Wait, am I streaming on Thursday? I don't think that's part of the schedule.
Not all murders are equal.
So Friday I'll be in maps. That'll be nice. Can't wait. I can't wait till I can actually play my build. Oh my god. I'm off till the 2nd, doc note till the 25th, and then a week's vacation to close out the year. Nice, dude.
What's going on?
%30 move speed. I'm taking that no matter what. Colton Holt. I cannot take that. Okay. I need a level. Huh. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go do the next quest. There's one more left, and then we just fight the act boss. I don't have enough strength, huh? Gonna need to allocate a 30 strength node, I think. Alrighty. There's a trial here. Have I done it yet? I can't remember anymore. I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I have. EXP gain seems good still. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Level wise, I think. I mean, I should probably start pushing a little bit harder, but I haven't had a big upgrade in a while, so damage is starting to taper off a little bit, which means, you know, progression slows down too. But my level is not too far away from the zone, so we're still getting very good EXP. Early on, it's like you just gotta like run through the zones. You don't even need to like repeatedly farm any zones, and you're just gonna level fine. You don't even need to kill everything, you know? Okay, yeah, so I've done this before. Or I haven't done this yet. Good, good. I think I go down there. If you get one more level, you'll be over the XP threshold and have reduced EXP. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be able to get to the next zone just fine. Is this 6 levels? 5 levels? It's plus minus 3 levels, increased by 1 for every 16 zone levels. Okay, so right now it's 5. It'll be fine. Very important knowledge for racing. That is true, actually. I swear I did know this years ago, but now I've forgotten it. I did know it at one point. Knowledge is power in this game, though. That's the thing. Which is why I feel like I've actually regressed in my PoE skill, because I think I knew a lot more before. When there wasn't as much stuff to remember, I knew a lot more. Now that there's so much stuff, I stopped trying. Because I'm like, my brain can only hold so much, and then, you know, if I had to learn new stuff as well, you know, just, there's not enough RAM in there. There's not enough RAM, so it needs to replace some of the old stuff. Meta knowledge seems important. Yeah. That was always important, though. And that was something that I did not care about, which is why, like, you know, I never made that much currency, or I didn't have, like, the strongest characters, because I didn't care for it. I just wanted to play whatever. But meta is important just to know, like, what items are useful and what items are worth a lot. And, like, say you're doing some crafting, you accidentally hit like something that's meta. If you weren't aware of it, you would probably just like roll over it, you know? Knowledge is so much in this game. It's so much if you want to make currency fast. Without knowledge, you can still boss farm, and Shaper is still profitable if you sell the fragments. But with knowledge, you make so much more. I agree. Knowledge is money in this game. I guess not necessarily power, it's money. But, you know, having money would mean you're gonna get more power. Well, just like being able, the more knowledge you have, you'll be able to like farm more efficiently. Probably. There's just a lot to it. I feel it's kind of interesting. Like I don't know how new players play this game, because there's so much you need to learn. Like even for me, I've forgotten a lot of old stuff, and now I feel like a noob all over again. You know, I feel like, oh no, I don't know anything anymore. And the stuff I did know, I've forgotten it because it's been so long since I've like thought about it or like used the information. I just don't know how new players do it. It's like when I had to play with my friends, I had to handhold them through the entire game because it was just like so rough. Let's see, that brings it up to 99. Okay, we'll take a strength node. And that way I can have this. What's that, blood rage? I really don't need blood rage. New players often need guidance nowadays, more so than they used to. Like in the past, a new player could ID a decent piece of gear and make an X or two. A T1 life, tri-res belt or something. Yeah, but now you'd want T1 life, influence mod, tri-res to get the same value. It's true. It's true. And it's like, how are you supposed to know about that unless you're freaking reading PoEDB and like knowing what mods are important for what build? Like it's hard. I watch the streams for my guidance, so Emnix is my Jedi Master. Wait, that seems like a poor choice on my part. It's a poor choice, Fagboard. You can't come here to learn stuff. Either that, you're gonna learn the wrong stuff. If anything, it's you guys that's carrying me. I'm learning from you guys while I play. Because I do so much wrong, you're like, what, Emnix, what are you doing? I'm like, oh yeah. Right. It used to be the reverse. I used to be able to be like, okay, this is what you do. Now I don't have that confidence anymore because I know it's probably wrong. I mean, I can still make it through the game fine, but I definitely make a lot of mistakes along the way. Or like the build sucks and I just can't get through the game. That happens. It doesn't bother me though, you know, that's the thing. If the build sucks, it sucks. I think some people, when they have a shitty build, they're like, oh my god, this game sucks. Although most people like try their best nowadays to not have a shitty build because you kind of get stuck. Like there's so many good build guides out there. It's kind of hard to necessarily mess up. You come here to learn stuff, you just need me in chat, Kappa. I don't have deep knowledge of the game, but I do know enough to enjoy the content. I don't think I've ever had a build that couldn't get through the game. It's hard to make something that can't clear the axe unless it's like inversion trap or some shit skill. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Typically it's something that typically it's a build that doesn't have enough survivability, I would say. That's what I find. The people that can't clear the game, they're like dying a lot. Maybe they don't have max resistances. You know, it could be all kinds of reasons. Like I saw... Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of reasons, but it happens, for sure. I saw some streams where it's like, oh man, this character is probably doomed for failure. It's just a very steep learning curve, and until you like pass that minimum threshold, you're gonna have a hard time beating the game. You know, you gotta know I need 75% resistances. You gotta know I need to allocate more life on my skill tree, and then like what makes for good damage. Oh, like if I'm on if I play a spell build, maybe I need +1. Like there's just like lots of little things. Again, knowledge is power here. Oh, true, new players have that mental. I remember I had a friend start playing Delirium and he was playing a summoner. He was doing T3 maps and dying. I asked him what his resistance was. Every resistance was negative. Yeah, yeah, that happens all the time. Last 2 times I tried, I failed to beat the game, but I had fun getting wrecked. I think you would be able to do it now, Fangborn. I mean, you kind of still need to follow some kind of tree. I think if you try to make your own tree, sometimes you could get into trouble. Oh, I thought I leveled. People just think if I kill them before they kill me, it's fine. Not quite how it works unless you're playing an ice shot or a ZH or a ZHP Delver. Yeah. You know, like a lot of people play with, they want to be a glass cannon, you know? I want to have the most damage. But it's not always the best idea in this game. Because you need insane amount of gear to kill something before it kills you. And in order to get to that point, you know, unless you already know the game, you gotta play it like pretty carefully then. There is like some skill aspect to it for sure. But it's not like, you know, like a first person shooter, like the skill is like, you know, the reaction speed and all that stuff. You don't need to have crazy reaction speed in PoE. It's not like that, but you just kind of need to know. You need to know how to build it. You need to know what kind of items to pick up, what kind of stats to prioritize.
What's up?
And that's just, you know, it comes after you watch a lot of videos and streams and look up wiki and all of that stuff.
Don't do anything I would.
My iShot character had uncapped res and 3k life. It still survived more than most characters I've played just because iShot is so safe and I have boss mechanics down. 2. Hardcore players need reaction time to log out before they die. I hate it. I always thought it was so dumb that you can have a logout macro. If that's the case, just give them an oh shit button. Like a skill. You know, like Diablo 3 had it's like when you hit under 35% HP, you get to like live, you become invulnerable for like 2 seconds. Just give them that. Like, I hate logout macros. I just hate the idea of them. Do I actually? Do I? I kind of do. I kind of do. I know it's a technical thing. They keep saying we balance around logout macros. It's more like GGG doesn't know what to do if you disconnect. Or they don't know how to tell if you've disconnected. I don't know. I think it's more of a development thing. I have monkey bar brain though, and I pick up and try every skill. I need to set a path for leveling and I'll be fine to beat it. Okay, well that's... They have that too. The oh shit was introduced in Harvest, reworked Enduring Cry. It's such an insane oh shit button, especially pre-nerf. Also, when I play hardcore, I don't use logout macro. Just make a build tanky enough. That's what I think too. Just make it tanky enough. Lots of players can do fine just by making tanky builds. You don't need to rely on a logout macro. It's not that I think it's cheesy or anything. What's the reason? It's hard to explain my thoughts on why I don't like it. It like limits the things GGG can do. Because you're just gonna log out. But in a way, it's GGG's fault. Like, you know, they keep it in the game. So... like, what's the point of, like, damage that can, like, slowly kill you over 10 seconds if, when you hit the 8 seconds and you realize you're gonna die, just log out, you know? Like... I don't have server issues ever. Lag spike will fuck a godly build. That's true. Lag is always what will kill you in hardcore. It's the worst way to die. Dying of lag is the worst way. I never had a crash or huge server freezes. I know most people do though. I don't do leak mechanics until they don't crash in hardcore. I have mad respect for people who actually take the true hardcore path. Yeah, like dying to lag is the worst. If you tell me the reason is, I don't know. There's no good solution, I guess. Like someone would take what I just said and be like, yeah, but what about lag? You know, I need the logout macro because I'm gonna lag spike, and then I needed to, you know, keep myself safe. And I don't have a good answer for it, but I don't know. I still don't like it. Lagging out because of lag is acceptable. I think so too, but it's like. Again, it like kind of. It just makes it hard to do anything but one-shot mechanics or like two-shot mechanics. And like PoE isn't Dark Souls, you know? Like Dark Souls, there are one-shot mechanics and it's fine because they're like easily dodgeable. PoE isn't like that. I don't think it's the same, at least. No matter how much people try to have boss fights be like that, it's sometimes it's just a gear check. Okay. Oh, Act 8 completed.
Eclipse cold pride, flaming rage, and pass beyond this human age.
If you forgot your antifreeze flask and you get frozen, that's on you. You deserve to die, to be honest. Obviously, GGG can't do anything because hardcore players will get upset. But at least the true hardcore is still an option if you decide to do that. It's true, I guess. My internet isn't stable enough to play hardcore. I know that I'll never be able to be stable enough to be competitive, so I play softcore and I'm happy. And for me, it's just like if I die in hardcore, I don't have the mental fortitude or the time to get, you know. Actually, no, I'll be able to get a second character back up, and then if that one dies, I'm like, oh no, like I just wasted like 2 weeks. Just don't die then, forehead. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way.
Farewell.
It's more fun to die though. Yeah? No? Maybe not. Not really. The fun isn't almost dying. That's true. Almost dying gets your blood pumping. Actually dying is less fun. You know what? I'm not gonna debate that one. You're right. It's not fun to die. It's fun to almost die. It's kind of masochistic in a way. Actually dying, yeah, actually dying in soft, even dying in softcore is not fun. Especially if it's at the end of a port map or something where it takes forever to get back. I don't have sockets or cast some damaged portal. Yeah. It's like the Price is Right rules. Closest without going over. That's a good analogy. I don't know how people have 2 open sockets for a Cats on Death portal setup, to be honest. Like, that just means they have an unoptimized build. Agreed. I don't know how people do it, but maybe they just, like, don't need it. What if you have so much gear and damage that you just don't need it? But sometimes I wonder, if you have that much gear and damage and clear speed, isn't the build, like, basically done? I know some people want to play more and farm a lot. It's like, now I have this, like, crazy good build. I'm gonna farm for, like, all the currency I can. But for me, I'm always about, like, the journey, not the destination, you know? It's like, okay, now that I got to this point, I'm done with this character. Which is why I'm always poor. Because normally what you should do is you get yourself a good character and you farm for currency, either for your next character or for, like, more upgrades. But for me, when I get, like, pretty close to, like, what I consider the character being done, I'm like, okay. Now we go next. And it's like playing solo self-found, new league every time. Because every time I start a new character, it's like no currency. No gear, no currency, no nothing. If you have that much gear and damage, then why the fuck do you need a cast on death portal anyways? You shouldn't be dying that much at that point. Yeah, that's true actually, now I think about it.
Farewell. Remember, humanity needs
See ya.
Oh guys, I'm tired.
Take care.
I mean, PoE 2, that'll be different. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if it'll necessarily be different. Oh, I guess it will be because the socket rules are gonna change. That's true. Emnix is every trap D&D character ever. Okay, I'm done with this character. Time to kill it and roll a rogue. Pretty much. Since the gems have the links, not the items. Yeah, so you have way more sockets. I really wonder how they're gonna do the PoE 2 stuff. Like, they explained some of it, but I'm sure things have changed since they leaked it. They must have. They must have changed. I don't know. Probably so different. Okay, so we are now in Act 9. Holy crap. So 2 more acts and we'll be in maps. And then we can start farming for all of our endgame stuff. But that's the end of this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.